In a busy town in Ghana, there lived a kind family with children, laughter, and a wide compound. Oma and Efua worked in the household. Both were young, both had the same duties, to cook, clean, and help care for the children. But their ways were different. Efua was quick, but proud. She did her work with a frown, always complaining, always speaking loudly. Oma, on the other hand, was gentle. She spoke softly, helped the children with smiles, and greeted every family member with respect. The family noticed both, but said nothing, for time always reveals the heart. One morning, the mother of the house called both Oma and Efua. She held 2 covered baskets in her hands. "My daughters," she said, "I want each of you to carry this basket to the other side of town. Do not open it. Deliver it as it is, and return quickly." Efua rolled her eyes. "This is nothing. I will return before Oma even leaves the gate," she boasted. She grabbed her basket roughly and marched out. Oma bowed her head respectfully, took her basket carefully, and began her journey with steady steps. Efua hurried down the road. She laughed with her friends, stopped to gossip, and even placed the basket carelessly on the ground while she rested. By the time she reached the house, the basket was dusty, and some of its contents were broken. Oma, on the other hand, walked with patience. Along the way, she saw an old woman struggling to lift a small bag. Oma set her basket aside, helped the woman, and still held her basket gently. When she finally arrived, she delivered it just as it had been given, clean, safe, and untouched. By evening, both Oma and Efua stood before the mother of the house. Efua dropped her basket carelessly. "I am done," she said proudly, though her voice trembled and her eyes shifted. The cracked calabash inside rattled, showing her lack of care. Oma, her basket was still clean. She placed it gently on the wooden table before the mother of the house. She nodded thoughtfully, her eyes moving from Efua to Oma. "Efua, your pride made your basket empty. Oma, your humility kept your basket whole. From today, Oma will be more than a servant. She will be part of this family." The children clapped with joy, running to Oma. Efua's face darkened. She bit her lip, turned her eyes away, and muttered to herself. But the lesson was not over. That night, the family gathered in the courtyard. The father of the house returned from work and heard all that had happened. He looked at Oma with pride. "You have shown respect, patience, and a good heart," he said. "From today, Oma, you will sit with us at the table. You are no longer just a servant, you are family." Oma bowed deeply, her eyes filled with tears, but her voice steady. "Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Mama. I only did what I knew was right." The children danced around her, singing her name, Oma, Oma, the humble girl. The sound of laughter filled the compound. The aroma of food rose from the kitchen where Oma had cooked earlier, and joy spread like firelight through the home. Efua sat quietly in a corner, her face hard, but inside her heart was restless. For the first time, she felt the sting of shame. At sunrise, the mother of the house gave another task. She handed both Oma and Efua small clay pots filled with water. "Take these to the garden," she said. "Pour them gently to the roots of the flowers. Be careful, for the pots are fragile." Efua grabbed hers with impatience. As she walked, she stumbled, and the water spilled. She blamed the stones on the ground, blaming everything but herself. Oma, meanwhile, walked slowly, holding the pot with steady hands. She poured the water carefully, smiling as the thirsty flowers drank. The garden seemed to shine brighter where she passed. The children, who watched secretly, ran back to tell their mother. Oma watered the flowers with love, but Efua spilled hers with anger. The mother only nodded. The truth was now clear to everyone. Days passed, and Oma grew closer to the family. She sat with them, laughed with them, and even began teaching the children little songs and proverbs. Efua, however, felt herself left behind. She noticed the children avoided her sharp tongue. She saw how the family's eyes lit up when Oma entered the room. One evening, unable to hold back her tears, Efua approached Oma in the kitchen. "Oma," she whispered, her voice shaking, "why does everyone love you and not me? Are we not both servants in this house?" Oma turned, her face calm and kind. She wiped her hands and spoke softly. "Efua, I am not better than you. The family loves humility, because humility serves with love. Pride only serves itself. You can change, if you wish. Humility is a choice." Efua lowered her head. For the first time, she listened in silence. Weeks later, Efua began to change. Slowly, she greeted the children with softer words. She carried baskets more carefully. She no longer shouted when giving instructions. The family saw this, and though trust returned slowly, it began to return. Oma, who had once been the humble servant, was now the heart of the home, guiding not only the children but even her fellow servants. And so, the family's compound became a place of laughter, of respect, and of peace.